So, for those of you who know me, also as Fangirl Novel, to my fellow Richonners, we were rewatching the episode, and there's this very small bit of Richonne on the screen. We see them come up to the hilltop gates, which, sidebar, does anyone know why they can't drive up to the gates? What's the deal with not having a car come that close? Is there some reason, some physical reason why they can't do that? Because they, even when they first go there, like, Jesus, like, we have to walk the rest of the way. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe it's like trees or some shit leading up to it. Which makes no sense, because if it was a museum, there should be, like, a parking lot or something. Anyway, when they walk up to, last time we see them walk up to Hilltop, they were hand in hand, right? Here, Michonne is lingering several steps behind Rick. She's watching him. And he doesn't seem totally there. And once they're on the other side of that gate, like, Michonne goes up to Maggie and she hugs her. And Rick's just vacant.
He also looks terrible. Like, they made him look, like, pale and just, like, malnourished and horrible.
Maybe he vomited.
He looks like he is about to vomit or just vomited.
Yeah.
One of the two.
He
looks bad.
He looks terrible.
Real bad.
And Michonne is, like, kind of hanging back in the cut, observing him, like, which is, you know, that's what she does. She makes sure he's okay. And I kind of, you know, it's interesting, because they started out so, you know, mostly nonverbal. And then she goes back to Rick after hugging Maggie, and she points to where Judith is, like, look, because he's not paying attention. Like, he's just gone.
You still got one left.
Well, she doesn't say anything. She literally points, which is interesting to me. Their whole nonverbal stuff is still, you know, obviously very strong. And he just takes Judith and, like, hugs her and, like, walks off. And Michonne's smiling in the background, like, you know, that he has this little child to hold to him. And I'm hoping there's a still of Rick and Michonne holding hands in Hilltop for next week, right?
I don't know.
I believe that's what I saw. And I'm just waiting, because we know that Michonne has been here before, sadly. And now I have even more questions. Like, did she take what was left of Andre? Did she bury him? Or, like, I have so many questions. So I think she's... And even though Rick felt the experience of losing Judith as a baby, that's not the same as losing, you know, a child who he'd known for, like, 14... How old was Carl? Like, 14? 15? 14?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, called him dad, hugged him, smiled at him. It's just... It's gonna hurt more. And also, he doesn't believe Judith is not this... And I'm not knocking, you know, adoption or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but obviously Carl was his. Carl was his boy. You know, he thought that he was going to leave the keys to the kingdom, to the throne, to Carl. And, you know... And I think that, initially I thought that Michonne was going to be the one, and she was, and when they leave Alexandria, like, she doesn't want to leave the gazebo, she doesn't want it to still be burning, because that was Carl's place, and he has to pull her back. But now that they're away from Alexandria, it's like, now she's the one being, you know, the force of strength for him, which is interesting to me that you know, she doesn't say to him about leaving to go on watch or whatever for the Saviors. I don't think Rick should have been going anywhere.
No.
I think Rick should have been on a timeout to go sit and grieve somewhere for as much time as he was able to. Like,
typical Rick Grimes, though. He's not going to listen to any of that.
I need to go do something. Like, yeah, he's always in action mode. Like, if he's sad, it's like, I have to do something about it. I can't just be here. So I guess in that sense, Michonne knows him. She understands that, like, when Carl was shot, the first thing he does is, like, kind of... He just leaves to go, like, on this rampage that eventually evolves into something else. But she knows he can't sit still, I guess.
Yeah.
So Michonne, you know, she gets it. She gets him.
That's what he does. I mean, he is sad for a second, and then he immediately converts that sadness into rage and takes it out on...
Or action. Yeah.
Action, which is usually...
Laying in wait for rage, yeah. Which you see later with his interaction with Negan.
Yeah, if there's not a horde of walkers immediately available for him to take his rage out on, then it's him driving to a place where he can take his rage out on whoever's responsible. That's just what he does. That's true to the character, so that makes a lot of sense to me. Anything more about...
Yes, just that the precursor to that scene of them arriving at the gates has inspired me for a little fanfic, which will be up on the website sometime this week.
Alrighty. On that note, if you guys like our content, make sure to subscribe right up here in the corner. Also, check out all of our social channels, which will be on the screen right here. And also check out the blog that she just mentioned, thelivingrishonne.com. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.